Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Air Education Training Command Studies and Analysis Squadron Subship Command. My name is Captain Rodriguez, and I am your narrator for today's ceremony. Today, we honor Lieutenant Colonel Marcus McNabb as he assumes command. The presiding official for today's ceremony is the Air Education Training Command Director of Analysis and Innovation, Colonel Thomas Weber. The guidance bearer is the Studies and Analysis Squadron First Sergeant, Master Sergeant Anthony Campbell. We would like to recognize some of our honored guests attending today's ceremony. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the family of officials. Lieutenant Colonel McNabb's spouse, Ms. Corey McNabb, their children, Ava and Hayden, Lieutenant Colonel McNabb's parents, Danny and Jean McNabb, his brother, Brandon McNabb, and his niece, Alex. We are also honored to have in attendance today Colonel Wagner's wife, Michelle Wagner. We also extend a warm welcome to all commanders, directors, business and civic leaders, guests, and the Air Education Training Command family. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the presentation of colors from the plane of the national anthem. Advance the colors.
Forward. Park. Forward. Park. Hold. Hold. Freeze there. Hold.
Okay, come here. What's wrong? Photographer's in the way.
Forward. Park. Close. Public turn. Torch.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. The change of command ceremony is a military tradition rooted in history and dates back to the time prior to the Great Recognition. During that time, military organizations developed flags, which were unique to their organization with specialized colors and designs. The soldiers followed the leaders into battle the flag campaign. If the banner flew proudly after the conflict, it was a sign of victory on the field of battle. With its obvious importance, the flag was soon incorporated into ancient change of command ceremonies. The organization's banner was exchanged in public for all to see. The person holding the flag was the unchallenged and sovereign leader of the unit. The modern day ceremony is principally symbolic, yet it still announces to all the authority of the incoming commander in the finest military tradition. The transfer of the command flag to the incoming commander symbolizes the assumption of command. At this time, I'd like to present the Director of Analysis and Innovation, Colonel Thomas Squadron.
And welcome to the Assumption of Command ceremony. It's an honor and privilege to be the presiding official. To family and corporate staff who are here, thank you for attending. The Colonel McNabb's family, his wife Corey, the kids Ava and Hayden, his parents Danny and Eugene, his brother Brandon, and niece Alex. I'm sure you're very, very proud of Marcus. Everything he's done up to this point makes him the perfect person to take command of the squadron. Every now and then, military organizations go through a period of turbulence. In SAS's case, it was the combining of two separate squadrons under the SAS banner back in 2018, both of those squadrons with unique missions. And then just last year, reorganized the squadron to add a fourth flight to better align to that new mission set. That said, the defining character of an organization is how its people overcome and excel in a challenging environment. The men and women of SAS have risen to the challenge. Over the last 2 years, the SAS team has published and presented over 27 papers or presentations at national and international journals and conferences. At AETC, they won the 2021 National Training and Simulation Association of the Year Award. Also in 2021, at the Air Force Operation Research Symposium, they garnered 3 honorable mentions, one each for the Analytic Innovation Award, the Outstanding Junior Analysis Award, and for the Air Force Journeyman Civilian Analyst of the Year. In addition, over the last year, SAS personnel have won 36 quarterly and annual awards at the A9 and the AETC level. Besides these achievements, the squadron was the blueprint for SAF SA's Project Phalanx, which is an attempt to organize analytic capability in a single organization for the various match comms. In the last few months, Dr. Tripp and Captain Kusti have led the squadron through the gap created by Lieutenant Colonel Madison's departure. We gave her a good send-off. She is now a student at Air War College. Lisa, Tom, thank you for holding the torch and carrying the mission forward during the gap. Now, for those of you that want to know about Lieutenant Colonel Marcus McNabb, let me tell you, he's a true professional with a doctorate in ops research, focused on artificial intelligence, and tours in new safety, PACAF, CINTCOM, and the Pentagon. He knows what it means to be at the pointy end of the ops research sphere. But you're not interested about his academic credentials or where he's been. You want to know what he's done. As a lieutenant assigned to Nellis, Colonel McNabb led the data collection for the first ever US-UK low observable red flag, was part of the B2 working group that aimed to increase the plane's survivability. He also led the OA effort to eval F-22 hardware that validated the plane's warfighting capabilities. As a captain assigned to Ramstein, he supported Air Force Africa and AFRICOM by analyzing bed-down options for forces on the continent. He also interviewed the safety commander and the DCOM to document lessons learned from Operation Odyssey Dawn. I had to look this up if I could remember. Odyssey Dawn was a U.S. mission that enforced UN Security Council Resolution 1973, which, among other things, created the UN Colonel McNabb's most recent assignment was the Joint Artificial Intelligence Center, where he served as an aide-de-camp to a Marine 3-star. In this role, Marcus drove over 200 key leader engagements that enabled joint force technology innovation and played a critical role in scaling artificial intelligence capabilities to the combatant communities. So to the men and women of SAS, this is community. He's an outstanding officer and leader who's fully embraced every mission he's given. He's been downrange and supported both UCOM, AFRICOM, and Indo-PACOM. So he understands the joint operational environment. Plus, Colonel McNabb has been recognized as a top performer at every level since a lieutenant. He's perfectly suited to take command. Rick, as you get ready to take the guide on, I'll leave you with a quote from President George Washington. Require nothing unreasonable of the officers and men, but see that whatever is required, be constantly complied with. Reward and punish every man according to his merit without partiality or prejudice. Hear his complaints. If well-founded, redress them. If not, discourage it in order to prevent further incidents. Discourage vice in every shape and impress upon the mind of every man, from the first to the lowest, the importance of the cause and what it is that they're doing. But what to you if you take command? It's magnificent.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the AETC Studies and Analysis Squadron Assumption. Attention orders. Department of the Air Force Headquarters, Air Education and Training Command, Joint Base San Antonio, Randolph, Texas. Special Order Number G-0011 under the provisions of the Air Force Instructions 51-509 and effective 5 August 2022. Lieutenant Colonel Marcus E. McNabb assumes command of the Air Education and Training Command, Studies and Analysis Squadron, Joint Base San Antonio, Randolph, Texas.
Sir, I assume command.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce the Commander, Air Education Training Command, Studies and Analysis Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Marcus McNabb.
Morning, everyone. That's on a few pages to be out there next hour. So, all right, first person to make that speech. So, first of all, thank you for coming by. Thank you for the words. Never easy to sit there and listen to someone, put all those on this. It's not for me. It's always a little complicated. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. More importantly, thank you for the opportunity to you and to the Air Force and leadership put the trust in me to take command of SAS. I also want to say thank you to everyone involved in the ceremony, particularly Captain Fong, Pro, thank Concord for being here, and EA as well. There are so many people to whom I owe a debt of gratitude for being here. So every step in my career, everything that Colonel Wagner just described, I can look back and I can point to people who devoted time, put effort into me as a person, to me as a leader, and helped me to grow, shape who I am today. I would not be standing here without so many of those people along the way. This is now our 10th duty station in 18 years, so I've had a lot of opportunity to learn from a lot of people along the way. Like I said, every single stop, I put that time into. I cannot say thank you to those people. Sir Isaac Newton was attributed with the phrase, standing on the shoulders of giants. And I feel like that is very applicable to my career as I stand here today in front of you. So truly, thank you to everyone who put an investment into me as a person, as a leader. Speaking of my career, there's one person in particular. Sorry, I'm not a coaching person. So of course, I'm talking about my wife. She's literally been here every step of the way. We started dating off the bed. I married in my first duty station in Cardinals. And so she's been with me every stop along the way, including my downrange deployment. I managed to mentor my boss, give me a 3-day pass, and we got to spend time by, so she got to experience a little bit of the Middle East. You can ask her about that. So she's been my rock, truly my better half. And of course, she's also given us these 2 lovely kiddos. Kayla, I just want you to know, Mommy and I are very proud of you. Who you are. It's not easy, leaving your friends and teachers. It just gives us the opportunity to meet new great people, make new great experiences. And you have an extra special job being a big sister. So Hayden, I want to thank you so much. So, Mommy and I are so proud of you. Just keep doing what you're doing. We'll be great at it. Hayden, you just keep doing what you're doing. Before I move on, I also want to mention, in addition to being my rock, supporting me through my career every step of the way, my wife has also built a phenomenal career herself. And so, I'll take over command today. She starts Monday as flight chief at the 338 Enterprise Sourcing Squadron. So, just phenomenal to be able to do all the things that she's done. Throughout the chaos, like I said, I mentioned 10th duty station in 18 years. So, every 2 years we pick it up and move, and she's just done a phenomenal way. So, if contractors ever get into any problems, just let me know. Take care of it. To the rest of my family, I just want to say thank you to my parents who've also been there every step of the way. Nothing but supportive. I don't come from the military, but a lot of the experiences and everything that I went through were new to my entire family. And I'll be honest, I think my parents probably were more stressed out about some of the things, some of those experiences than I was. So thank you for all your love and support. Aside my brother is here. He lives in Houston, so it's a couple hours down the road. We were fortunate enough when we lived in Dayton, they lived in Columbus. And so it's excited to be just a couple hours away, spending time, just kind of get together, trying to fill ourselves around turkey and Thanksgiving. So before that, thanks for being here, Alex, as well. I have one more brother. He's gotten back in med school this week. I think he's cutting open a dabber as we speak. So probably not ready to close stars. So I'll give him a pass for not being done. All right, so that's it. I want to say thank you to the people of SAS. I truly am humbled to be here. And I want you all to know that I recognize being your commander is an honor and privilege. And especially not just the commander of a squadron, you're also the squadron in the Air Force, the only studies and analysis squadron in the Air Force. So anybody who asks, I'll tell this is the most important squadron. And then I truly believe that, not just the support, but the impact that SAS has. Providing the support to the entire enterprise of how we train, educate, and promote our area. And the breadth and the quality of the work coming out of SAS is just astonishing. As I was finishing touches on my notes here, So, you know, Dr. Tripp, and so you're kind of like to mention some of the things and some of the accomplishments over the last couple of years. And I'm running out of synonyms for the words, you know, amazing and awesome. So, you know, I truly believe that there's a much words. So as Uncle Ben once told Peter Parker, great power comes great responsibility. And so that speaks a lot to how I view my role as a community. I have a responsibility to each one of you individual SATs. I have a responsibility to the organization. So it's not about me. It's about you. It's about the organization. It's about the mission. And it's about me doing whatever I can do, best I can do to enable you to accomplish that mission. I also view, you know, my role as a commander. You know, it's not, today is not my Bible, it's not formation, it's not the completion of anything, it's just the start. And I view my role as a commander as one that I must continue to learn every single day of making the investment, commitment, devotion to the whole vision for our organization. And I'm actually do the best I can to do that. You know, I truly do believe that people are our greatest assets. Sometimes I get a little funny because, you know, I'm a data guy and work tech things, but you know, my last job joining an artificial intelligence center, you know, we often encounter the refrain and people thinking about artificial intelligence as replacing humans, and nothing could be farther from the truth. Artificial intelligence is not about replacing. You know, tech is not about replacing humans, it's about augmenting and enabling humans. You know, that human drive and human spirit is always to be required. You know, my former boss, Lieutenant General, had a saying, he said, technology does not equal capability. And what he meant was the tech is absolutely necessary, but it's not sufficient. You must pair that tech with the people and processes, right? You have to have people who can implement that technology in meaningful and ethical ways to give it true capability form. So, you know, again, the people are more important than the tech. Tech improvements are necessary, but insufficient. So I'll do my best to nurture this organization, you know, from the individual level, the team level, the flight level, the squad level, and everything I can. So again, in closing, I just want to say again, I'm humbled by the opportunity. I look forward to following the example set by Lieutenant Colonel Gillenberger, Patterson. I think they've set excellent examples we can follow our field issues as well. Special thank you to Dr. Tripp for filling in, you know, the last couple months for the double duty. Thanks to Tom for coming over, you know, volunteering to spend a couple months, you know, helping out on the SAT side and keeping the mission rolling. Very well done. I do think on that. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who's here in person, who's here everywhere, and to everyone who's here in spirit. I'm excited for it next week.
Thank you, Colonel McNabb. The men and women of the Air Force studies in the NASA Squadron welcome Colonel McNabb and his family as he assumes his new duties as commander. We invite you to attend a brief reception honoring our new commander immediately following today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the Air Force song and remain standing for the departure of official. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes this ceremony. Thank you for attending and have a great day.
I don't know.